Hello everybody and welcome back to Game 3 of the best of 5 matchup in the round of 8 of the Lost Saga MSL, where we find Forgg being thoroughly dominated by the Dino Toss by Stork. In the first two games, Stork has just simply outplayed Forgg in basically every way imaginable. I will admit that I guess I expected Stork to win this matchup. I like Stork a lot more. I think Stork is a better player than Forgg, so I suppose I favored him to win a best of 5 between these two, but I did not expect him to dominate in the fashion in which he has been dominating. Forgg is a strong player. He is very good at knowing his opponent's tendencies and playing off those and just delivering some good performances. Let's get a countdown. 2, 1, 0. So for Stork to be winning the first two games in the manner which he has, pretty surprising to me. And this is going to be a Terran, Protoss favorite map too. Here we have Stork, the Protoss player, spotting there at the 11 o'clock position, and we have Forgg, the red Terran, spawning in the 5 o'clock position. So this is not a good map for Forgg to try and redeem himself. This is Destination, two-player map. This map has so many mixed feelings. It seems you either love this map or you hate it. This is the map, of course, with those infamous bridges in the middle that lead from your expansion. And then from your expansion, there's a middle ground separated by bridges, and then, of course, into the other player's expansion. So 3 sets of bridges you have to try and cross to attack your opponent. And, oh, it looks like some cheese coming from Stork here. Although on Destination, it's not really considered cheese, I don't think. I mean, it's still cheese, but it's a fairly standard thing to do. Although he's building a pylon in his base, maybe just getting a really early scout out to make sure that Forgg is not trying anything like that. Excuse me, I'm a little bit stuffed up today. I apologize for that. But it looks like Stork is sitting down a pretty early probe here. Don't know exactly what he's going to be trying to do with it. Probably just making sure that Forgg isn't trying any funny business, trying to get here before he blocks off, which turns out to be a good idea because Forgg was in fact planning to block off. Oh, he's going for a gas steal. That's what the Korean observers are pointing out. He could be going for a gas steal, but no, he's not. Or I guess he hasn't done it yet. I don't think he is though at this point. No, okay. Maybe he was thinking about it, but Forgg puts up his gas before Stork can do anything about it. Probably just getting an early scout in here is Stork. I actually hate this map personally. It really creates some boring games, I feel, in which the player just can't attack each other. Oh, a Manor Pylon there, trapping. Is that 2 SCVs? I think he got 2 SCVs with that. There's Forgg's sign. He's like, geez, this game's like a minute in. You're already being, a pain in the ass. I don't even have a Marine to kill that yet. Yeah, that Manor Pylon got, it looks like 3 SCVs, 2 or 3. And basically the deal with Manor Pylons is if you get one, it's like, I think if you get one, it's a wash. It doesn't really help you, but it doesn't hurt you. If you get 2, it's a help. If you get 2 SCVs trapped, it does give you an advantage in minerals overall, I believe. So you can correct me if I'm, totally new about that. I think that's right, though. I'm pretty sure that, especially this early in the game, getting that Manor Pylon down there with the 2 SCVs blocked is definitely a benefit to Stork to do so, economically speaking. And, yeah, this map is difficult for players to attack in the mid and late games especially, because if you try to advance across those bridges against siege tanks or a storm, it's just death, basically. But it's easier, I think, for the Protoss to establish themselves earlier with their position on the other side of the Terran's bridges, and the Terrans have such a hard time moving out of their original 2 bases against the Protoss that it really is a Protoss favorite map. Though it's not like, horribly Protoss balanced, but it definitely is going to be an advantage for Stork just based on the features of this map. And yeah, it looks like Stork is definitely going into some sort of tech build at this point. We see the factory going up. We see 2 SCVs on gas or Forgg. So a second factory going up there, so he's not going for a fast expand. He's going to try and finally try and switch it up. He's going to go for a 2 factory harass, a 2 factory push, basically just try and get some more units on the ground early and do something to Stork here. And Stork, I guess, wants to kill this SCV for sure before he does whatever he's going to do next. He is have Dragoon range spinning, but he only has the 1 gateway, so that could be to fake Forgg out, or he might go ahead and just let it finish before he plops down his box facility. ability or his whatever he's doing here. I guess he could go for a DT rush, but he still has Dragoon range spinning, so I assume he's intending on finishing Dragoon range at this time, which is a good idea against a 2-gate push. You really need Dragoon range and observers out to deal with these mines. Is the standard wisdom. The general consensus is against the 2-fact push, you need Dragoon range, you need observers to scout the mines, or else the mines just get all amongst your SCVs and your troops and blow them to bits, and you can't really have much to say about it. So 2 machine shops going down, so we're probably going to be looking at a lot of upgrades from Forgg. Probably going to be going for mines and then siege mode, I would say. He's getting out about 4 Marines, which is pretty standard for a 2-factory push, just to put those Marines out front there, absorb some hits from the Dragoons. He's got an SCV actually here, blocking the Marines and blocking his ram. Very actually good play by Forgg to do that. Essentially just making sure that Forgg that Stork can't pull any of his Dragoon nonsense, and his ranged Dragoons have just been a terror to Forgg in the first 2 games. But in this game, Forgg has got the positioning there, his 4 Marines is forcing the Dragoons back. Robotics facility is down for Stork, second gateway going down for Stork, and Pro going out here, probably looking to put down another base up here at the 3 o'clock position, or he could be looking to do some sort of, I guess he wouldn't be doing it for a proxy at this point, that wouldn't really make any sense, although I don't know what this Pro is doing actually. Maybe he's just scouting around for a proxy factory, because this is a map where the Terran also likes to do a lot of proxies. Proxy factory on this map from the Terran can be very dangerous, because early vultures in there, and that's probably what Stork was looking for. Stork playing very carefully, playing very well, making sure that Forgg is not trying anything like that, but no, it looks like a pretty standard 2-factory push, and we're basically just going to see if Stork's micro is up to the task. There's the observatory down, so he's got the Dragoon range, he's got about 5 Dragoons in his zone, he's going to have an observer, and I think he's going to be able to handle this. I think this is not going to pay off for Forgg. Here comes the mines right now. There doesn't even get any mines laid down. He just gets a bunch of Marines and a vulture picked off, and he actually went for siege mode first, which I guess makes sense on this map because of those damnable bridges there in the middle, that he's actually not going for just a quick SCV harass, he's going for a quick contain with his 2-factory push, which on destination is probably a really good move. So this could be good for Forgg if he can manage to hold this, but at this point in time, Stork is still on the offensive side of his bridges. There's the mines there. He's going to try and break this right now, coming in with about 6 Dragoons. 1 Dragoon goes down, mines all over those Dragoons. 2 more Dragoons go down to the mines. Good micro by Stork to keep any of his Dragoons alive, but Forgg survives that encounter with still 2 vultures and 2 tanks, and here's 2 more Dragoons, but he's going to get these tanks in siege mode right out of sight of Stork's ramp, and that's not a great place to be in for Stork. Although he does have Reavers coming out soon with the support bay down, so Stork is by no means out of this game. He's going to be able to break out of this, but yeah, he's not really going for the quick harass on the economy so much is Forgg as just a quick contain. And on this map, a contain is death. A contain is just death on this map, because of the fact that those bridges are just so impossible to push over. And Forgg right now is doing to Stork what Protoss have been so good at doing to Terran on this map, which is getting right outside those bridges there and just being like, yeah, you're screwed. You can't move out, and, you know, I sit here and get more bases, and you lose. So right now, Forgg has map control, and Stork is going to have to try and break out of this. However, excuse me. However, Stork does have the advantage of having that shuttle out, and he's going to be able to try and do some zealot bomb. He's going to try and be able to move around there to the 2 o'clock position and establish a base for himself, sort of behind his natural there, if he so wishes. And here comes a shuttle for Stork, that 1 zealot there getting blown up. And here comes the Reaver to try and break himself out of this. That 1 Scarab looks like it's not going to do any damage. Second Scarab damages that 2nd tank. 1 tank goes down. Other tank's still up. The Reaver goes down to a tank shot as soon as it lands. Doesn't even get a Scarab off, and just barely Forgg holds this contain. He has that contain by, you know, by the skin of his teeth at this point. 1